Hi, this is Dave Dyer of Biz Radio. It's December 15th, and I can't help but watch these news reports of the cold weather up in New Hampshire. You've got 500,000 people without electricity living in the frozen area. It's really dangerous. And I just can't help but want to ding the global warming guys a little bit. So here you go. I've got two questions that you should ask the global warming zealots. Just two, you might call them inconvenient questions. Number one, has the climate ever changed before? In the 4.5 billion, 5.8 billion year history of the world, whichever one it is. Has it ever changed before? Simple question, okay? Number two, if you could choose between global warming and global cooling, which one would you take? Just those two questions. That's all you need to know. You don't need to be an expert on all of the scientific data, the latest reports, or any of that. All right, number one. Of course the climate's changed before. It's always changed. It changed before mankind was here, and that shows definitively that plenty of things other than mankind's activities cause the climate to change. The continents are drifting, there are solar flares, the earth wobbles on its axis. The whole history of the world has been climate change. Where I grew up in Indiana, Fort Wayne was at one point anyway, a tropical ocean because of the fossils there, or seashells and trilobites. So if Fort Wayne, Indiana was a tropical ocean, the climate's always changed. So yeah, humans may cause the climate to change too. That's, we may be creating some greenhouse gases. I don't say that that's wrong. But it's going to change anyway. Even if we didn't do that, or even if we stopped all of our industrial activity and improved the weather 200 years from now, it would still change from something else. So that's question number one. I don't think the global warming guys have any leg to stand on that. It's always changed, regardless of what humans do. And number two, would you prefer global warming or global cooling? Well, ask these guys in New Hampshire now. They're stuck in the freezing cold. I can kill you. Global warming is really good. If I could choose between global warming and global cooling, I'd take global warming. You got longer growing seasons. You've got all that area in Canada and all of the northern parts of the tundra of Russia that would now be available to grow crops. That's great. It's a boon to the world. Global cooling is absolutely dangerous. If there were glaciers down in New York City again, as there were only 11, 12,000 years ago, you think anybody'd want to live there? Sure, the sea level might rise, but it's always risen. It's always changed. It's never been the same. So, yeah, global warming, if mankind hasn't any part in causing it, that's great. That's mankind's gift to the planet. You want it warmer. You don't want it cooler. Now, you don't have this third alternative to leave it just exactly as it is, because it's never stayed just exactly as it is. It's always changed. So there. Those two questions for the global warming guys are, I think, unanswerable in any reasonable way. Now, they can get unreasonable. These guys are really religious zealots. We all know that. It's the New Age religion. Mankind is bad. We've sinned. We've despoiled the earth. It's really just New Age religion. It's taught in the schools. It's very dangerous, actually. Although I take a more charitable view, I think the fact that people have time to worry about global warming, and the fact that politicians think that they need to do something to change the climate, that means everything else must be in pretty good shape. And, in reality, things are pretty good. We've got nothing else to worry about other than the fact that the weather's going to change. and it's always changed. So, just be careful of that stuff. Don't fall into any of their traps or scare stories. There's always somebody out there trying to scare you. Anyway, this is Dave Dyer of Biz Radio, and the name of my video blog is Speculations and Unpopular Ideas. And I expect this might fall into the category of an unpopular idea. Have fun. Bye-bye.